Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, The Spiritual Justice Gem. Goddess Quita, or you can call me Quita, either one would do. I answer to both. This is just some more updated information and downloads I have gotten from Spirit, and they told me to share it with you guys. This particular download is about the 144,000 and the frequency they carry. A lot of people want to take the number and think it's 144,000 people or something like that, but it's not. It's a frequency of an enlightenment, of enlightened beings, of people who have done the work to heal and to bring themselves up to this energy. You have to understand, everything is energy. No matter how, it can be one soul that holds this whole 144,000 frequency. It can be 10. It can be 100. It's when you ascend, you get on that frequency and you match up with that frequency, meaning that you unlock your DNA to the point where you hold the 144,000 frequencies. That means you could tap in at any given moment. You could tap in when you were called on, or you you the arm. Okay, I need you to reach out and do this, or you my mouthpiece, or I need you to reach out and say this. That's what that means. It's not a number for to call. It's people in the 144,000 frequency. I'm trying to break it out where you guys can understand it, but that doesn't mean that it's 144,000 people or beings of that nature. That don't mean that. It means it's a frequency that's held with divine people, divine beings that have defeated their flesh basically and rose up to their higher selves. It can be one person, it can be 10 people, it can be a million, it can be the whole planet of people. It all depends on who wants to ascend. Point blank period. You can be a part of the 144,000. You just have to get on that frequency, and if you can't be a part of this lifetime, definitely next lifetime you can be a part of that frequency. You can make up your mind here that you're gonna do everything it takes to get to that next frequency, which is to complete your soul mission, even if it's a low vibrational stuff. Some people are here to participate in low vibrational stuff so it can awaken their beings. It can awaken their soul to the frequency they need to evolve to ascend. So do not. That's why everybody is born in different energies and have different soul missions. Do not get it mistaken that everybody who participates in low vibrational energy are always going to be low vibrational. That's not the case. It's the people who decide to, hey, I'm in low vibrational energy, I see this and I'm gonna heal it. I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna repent and I want to do better. I'm tired of doing the same thing over and over again. It's just you saying yes, yes, Most High, yes, higher self, yes, ancestors, yes. I want to be for the greatest good of all and not be in my lower self, not be selfish. That's all that means, you guys. And once you start to ascend, you will see how connected you were from the beginning. It's just some people do it faster than others, and it's okay because a lot of us older souls have had way more practice than you have, and we just want you to continue on that path. We tired of people getting stuck and stagnated with ascending and getting tricked. That's why a lot of these souls are being it's a lot of us that's being activated at this time or within this lifetime, within this time span. I say within the last 50 years that's been activated to hold this certain frequency. It's just like if I wake up one day and I get the oh my God, and I get the aha moment, and Spirit shows me something while I was sleeping or in a dream, and I start acting out this high frequency within my daily living, and then my kids pick up on what I said, or my husband pick up on what I say, and then they go to the workplace and they go to the schoolhouse and teach this to people without even knowing, just coming in contact with them, and that's what raises the frequency, you guys. It's not all the time that you have to be a teacher. It's just sometimes just answering the call, just within yourself, within your soul. You don't have to sit down and actually talk to someone about these things. It's just having a conscious awareness of yourself to say, hey, I want to do better within yourself, and it don't always have to be expressed to the general public, or you don't have to be on a platform unless that's your calling. Then that's a whole nother thing. That's your ministry. That's a whole nother thing. But the Most High did want me to speak on having the 144,000 frequency does not mean that it's 144,000 people. It's a frequency that's had, and once you activate, that's why I was trying to tell people, do not fear death, because if you fear it, then you can't defeat it. But if you don't fear death and you're not in your lower self, it's easier to defeat. That's what Jesus was talking about in the Bible. I was dead the other day. That was on a way more. It took him 3 days to come back. When they do death spells on me, I come back within 12 hours, and I just started getting so better. My soul, I didn't even know my soul knew how to do this, just start getting better and better at it. That's why I do not fear death, because if you fear death, you cannot overcome death because you're afraid of it. Death is your God, and people don't understand that. Everything is frequency. And once you understand the laws and universe of this planet, and then attach that to the spiritual world with the knowledge you know, and build upon that, then you start to understand these things. But when you limit your God presence, your God side, your God force energies, you say God can't do this, or you be like, that's not possible because human laws teach us that. Yeah, human laws teach us that. That's why it's good to know the universal laws, or the human laws, or however you want to put it. But you can, if you are a master, a God, or if you don't put limits on God, you can understand that those laws are there for the basis, but those laws can be bent, you could create around those laws, within those laws. It's so many different avenues that you can go, because we understand that we come from nothing but dirt. And if God can make us from nothing but dirt, that gives us, we have that same creative ability. We just have to learn our energy that we was born in, and adapt to that energy on a high frequency, not a low frequency. In order to be on a high frequency, you really have to come from a low frequency. You really do. You have to go through these things. That's why people who usually have a higher calling, a soul mission, that did a lot in the past life, that's why we have such tough lives, so that we it's not easy for us to sin, because these demons know, these negative energetic beings know who we are, and they watch us when we're being born. They watch the shooting star that comes into when you come into your mother's womb. They watch when you're born. They watch you, and they see you, and they attack you from birth. So that's why, because you're so powerful, they have to do this, and they understand it to kind of keep you sleep or woke. Because most of the time they already know they can't kill you, but if you fear death enough, then it can happen to you. If you fear enough, or you're not aware of your soul enough, your soul tribe, your soul team enough, then yeah, it can happen to you. But my soul has always been conscious, because from way before of me being able to defeat death. That's why death is my friend. It's not my enemy. Death, when I wanted to die and I didn't have no will to live, death told me I had to live, because I had a purpose. And people don't understand that. When you get so low, when God was talking about who was the prophet in the Bible God was talking about? It was one of the prophets in the Bible that was in a cave, and he was like, it talks about him being overgrown and just smelling bad or whatever, and he was like in the dungeons. He had no will to live, but death came in and told him to live. It's the same thing. And when you can relate to these stories in the Bible and see how you connect with them, that's how you know you're ascended. I done been all 12 of the prophets. I done been all 12 of the disciples. All of them. And when you can honestly identify with each and every one, and then go from this, and I don't identify with being Jesus, because we have the Savior within our pineal gland, which is our own selves, the seed of God. That's what's going to save you. No man and no woman is going to save you. You being tapped in is what's going to save you. You save yourself. Okay, so you guys have to understand that. Yes, the Bible is necessary. Yes, church is necessary. It's very necessary, because everybody is not on the same level, and we do have new souls coming in that need that religious baseline to help them to ascend, depending on what they come here for. If they need to be awakened, or if they're new souls, or they need to be awakened to a level of remembering to cross-reference with the Bible. I know that my divine purpose is to cross-reference everything to the Bible, because that was my baseline when I came into life. Nobody can take that away from me. And the reason why my self-belief in myself and things, because I was taught that growing up. I was taught to believe in whatever I want to do, believe in it wholeheartedly. And if you're wrong, you can always right your wrong, long as you don't go too far away. So you guys have to understand that that's the same teaching that got me to this place, because it's always been the core. Even when I covered up, it's in my core self. I just had to unbury it. I had to take it out and read, dust that thing off, you know. And then I had to activate that gift again and say, "Who, I'm ready." You know what I mean? Because it does come a season in your time where you don't know who you are. You are in the wilderness, and you're there for a reason. You're there for particular reasons, depending on your soul divine mission here. Everybody awakens beautifully. I really believe that. And nobody can take your awakening away from you. Once you know something, you know it. You can't unlearn it. You can't unsee it, unless you let somebody brainwash you. And I rebuke every demon, every spirit that tried to do that. Nobody can brainwash me no more, because I've already been brainwashed before I know what it feels like. I know how it feels to be manipulated. So I'll be ready to that quintessence energy come out quick. Don't play with me. All right, you guys. Peace. I'm out.